Hello Screen Watcher Nation, it is the Screen Watcher here back for another movie review, and before I get into it, please like and subscribe the video. That is what is going to help me out the most, so please, if you could, go ahead and do that now. That would be great. Today I saw a double feature in the movie theaters for you. The first movie I'm going to review is Mile 22, so let's go ahead and jump on into the review, starting with the cast, shall we? First off, we have Mark Wahlberg, leading the cast here. He played James. You would know him not only from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, but from the Transformers movies, as well as The Italian Job, tons of other movies. He's a great actor, tons of action movies that he has been in. John Malkovich was also in this movie. He played Bishop. You would know him from the movie Being John Malkovich. He's that guy. He was also in a movie called Rounders. Lots of other titles to his name as well. Ronda Rousey was Sam in this movie. You would know her from Fast 7 or her MMA career or her new WWE career. Lauren Cohen, she played Alice. You would know her best from the Walking Dead series. Played great role in The Walking Dead, one of my favorite characters in that series. You have Iko Uwais, he played Lee. He was in the 7th iteration of the Star Wars movies. He was also in The Raid and The Raid 2. And then you have Carlo Alban, he played Dougie. He was in Whip It, and then he was in 2 seasons of Prison Break. So that is the cast. Let's go ahead and jump on into what happens in the movie and just what goes on in the trailer so we don't get into any spoiler talk. Basically, Mile 22 is you have this elite task force of Mark Wahlberg, Ronda Rousey, Lauren Cohen, Carlo Alban. Their characters are all these highly trained military personnel, and you have John Malkovich leading the tech team, the eyes in the sky, so to speak, getting them to get this asset, Lee, who is played by Iko Uwais, from their safe house to a plane to get him to unlock this device that has locations of 6, I believe it was 6 locations of areas where there is radioactive material that can be made to make dirty bombs. So that is the overall plot, is just to get this man these 22 miles from the safe house to the airport. And basically chaos happens right from the start. You have the Russians involved, and you also have the country of origin involved, which I'm not exactly sure which country that was. It was kind of chaotic all going throughout, but just insane amounts of action. You get a little bit of backstory in the beginning of the movie of the team and how much of BAs they really are, and how well they work together. It was a non-stop action thriller. That's kind of why I busted out the red, white, and blue tank top today, because these colors don't run, and they did not run in any part of this movie. It was very, very hard R for the graphic violence in it. There's also language and all that kind of stuff, so if that's not for you, that would not be a big selling point for you. But very, very interesting movie, very well acted. Mark Wahlberg got to be the snarky a-hole kind of guy that he played in several movies before. You know, he gets to play kind of Mark Wahlberg, which is fun to see him do that. You know, it was very, very exciting all the way from start to finish. You didn't really see a couple of the things happening. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. As always, I get bonus points for that. But it was a fun ride for me the entire time. No breaks were taken. I didn't want to miss any of the scenes. It was very well paced. I thought it was a lot of, okay, we're going to go here and then we got to stop, and big action sequences would happen, and then they'd kind of move to a different location, and there'd be a little bit of a slowdown so you'd have a breather. Again, as someone who suffers from headaches during too many action sequences all at once, it was nice to have these little reprieves and little kind of breaks in the action, even though there was so much action throughout the entire film. So I thought they did a very good job of pacing it. That was pretty much the entirety of the movie, was just getting him from point A to point B. And I don't want to get into too much more of breaking it down because it is going to get pretty spoilery. Iko, or Iko Uwais, played a phenomenal role in the film. He did a great job. He had some phenomenal fight sequences, both hand to hand, with weapons, without weapons, with guns, with knives, with all kinds of different things. There were multiple times where he was taking on multiple people. You saw it in the trailer where he kind of walked backwards up the wall and flipped over while he was handcuffed to a table and things like that. So that really impressed me. I'm going to go and watch some of his other movies just because I was that impressed by him. So I want to give him personal shout outs. It's nice to see Lauren Cohen kind of branching out and getting some more acting gigs from The Walking Dead. I really loved her on the show. She's a very personable person on the show, so I like seeing her in different things. John Malkovich is great in everything that he is in, and Ronda Rousey, she's on top of the world right now, so phenomenal job by her as well. So that's my review of Mile 22. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, this was my review. So hopefully your popcorn is always fresh. Hopefully you enjoy your day at the cinema, whether it is at your home theater or you took a day out at the cinema like I did today. Hopefully you have a great day. Thanks, everybody.